careful about. You got to be very careful about the way in which you arrange the sounds and sound combinations to teach them. A lot of
Interesting.
programs teach short vowel sounds. A,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry, but those sound a whole lot alike,
Yeah, they do.
especially to a child who's having problems. So
Mm-hmm.
we teach a, and t. Why? They don't sound alike. They don't look alike. The chances of the child getting confused are about zero.
Right. And they don't look, yeah, they don't look anything
But they
alike
don't
when you.
share visual or auditory
Mhm.
characteristics. And of course, the bugaboo is b and d.
Yes. And we always put them together, don't we?
Well, let's put and in there with them because those are the same thing.
Right.
You take a p, flip it up, it becomes a b. Take it, flip it
Mm-hmm.
sideways, it becomes a different one. They all sound alike. B, d, p, k.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't children get confused by that?
Right.
So we
Mm-hmm.
have to be very careful. What we do is we figure out to write a story, I need the word and, which means d has to come first in the list because I can't ever put a sound in a word until
Mm-hmm.
I cover the sound.
Exactly.
Well, how can the child know it if there's sounds in the words that they don't already know?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like me putting Greek letters into half the words in a story and expecting you to be able to figure them out.
Right. Well, I remember when I was learning the Russian alphabet, it was so much easier when they didn't look anything like each other, and I could get those down, and then I could get to the next one and then figure that out.
That's right. And so we will take b and we'll put it in lesson 14. They'll never see a b until we get 14 lessons into it. And by
Mm.
then, they've already had 2 sets of checks to make sure that they can do sounds at 50 to 60 a minute, right?
Yep.
So we know they're fluent. We know they're rock solid on their sounds. And then we can introduce Q, but let's put a U beside it because all the words with Q tend to have a U as the next sound or the next letter.
Exactly.
That makes it look different than B, D, and P. Easier for the
Mm-hmm.
child. So that's some of the design features of a direct instruction program that makes it so superior to anything else that you're going to see. And what
Right.
we want to do is we want the child to understand and know and be able to deal with the sounds and the sound combinations, string them together for for the words that are phonetically regular, and use
Mhm.
a different strategy for the ones that are not.
Right. Yes, because building those in segments then allows them to process them and integrate them little by little instead of getting through. I think typically kids get all this instruction on the sounding out the words, and then they get all these rules at the end, which make it totally confusing.
Well, that's really unfair to the child, but that's because the program is poorly designed. And our teachers and homeschooling parents are not instructional designers. They
Right.
don't know that putting B and D together can create confusion for a child who's having trouble. And throw in P and Q or some
Right.
of the others.
That wouldn't have even passed my mind, and
No.
until I think we talked the last time, and I thought, oh gosh, yes, that makes so much sense.
Well, it does. And the result of that is we get a program that has safety locks all the way through it so the child can never get confused. We'll